Good morning, everybody. Wake up and smell that fresh air on this beautiful day. My name is Alison Monrose, and today's show is going to be about road safety as well as some beautiful, beautiful designs. Now, before I get into all that good stuff, let's take a stop at the news desk for this morning's headlines. Thanks, news team, and don't go too far because we'll be right back. Okay, guys, thanks for sticking around. Now, the first thing on our agenda is road safety. For those of you who do not know, Road Safety Week was between the 14th and the 20th. So, we're going to speak to Kingston Ja to see what he had to say about that. Good morning, beautiful people. For those of you who did not know, the 14th to the 20th was Road Safety Week. So, I have here with me Kingston Ja, who is going to tell us a little bit more about that. So, how are you doing this morning?
I'm doing quite fine. I try to get it as safe as possible.
That's what we like to hear around here. So tell us a little bit more about what road safety is.
Road safety encompasses a variety of factors that would lead to the reduction of road collisions, which would include drivers, pedestrians, cyclists, all forms of motorists, and all forms of road users. It also includes the construction of the road and how the road is maintained as well.
All right. So why is road safety so important?
Well, if our roads are unsafe, it means our citizenry will be involved in more collisions. As a result of more collisions, we'll have more fatalities, we'll have more injuries as a result of those collisions. And once we have an increase in injuries and fatalities, it puts a burden on the government to provide health care for those persons. It puts a burden on families to provide for themselves. So road collisions affect every single person in society as they occur. So it is in our best interest to reduce on the number of road collisions we have.
So what are some of the leading causes of the accidents?
Well, we do not have accidents in St. Lucia. They are very rare and few in between. What we have are road collisions. And I say this because accidents, we cannot prevent them. Collisions, we can't prevent them.
Okay.
So, for example, a driver going on the road using the cell phone while they driving will be distracted. And distraction is the number one cause of road collisions. And therefore, if we would only reduce on using our cell phones while driving, have less collisions on the road. So it's really driver error that's the leading cause of collisions on our roads. If a driver do what they ought to do, then we'd have less collisions on the road. So it's either an error of omission or commission. The driver either did not do what they had to do, or they did something they should not have done, which leads to collisions on our roads. Those things don't just happen. They are caused by drivers.
So guys, all those drivers out there, you'll need to be wary. You'll need to know what you'll have to do because we did go to school to learn how to drive. So why not put everything we learned into play on the road? We're trying to avoid all those collisions and the very few accidents they are. Although we cannot avoid those, we can avoid the collisions. So keep yourself motivated to seeing what you need to see, doing what you need to do because we are trying to avoid all of those fatalities. So who is in charge of maintaining road safety?
Primarily, the government is responsible for our roads. Our road network is the government. But the use of the road is based on the use of the real time. So I'll tell you, pedestrians are responsible for their own safety. Meaning when they go out to walk, they have to be in bright colors, fluorescent colors, where they could be more easily seen, not dark colors like what I'm wearing right now. Motorists ought to be responsible as well. Make sure you have good tires on your vehicle, make sure your vehicle is roadworthy, that your suspension is in proper working condition. But primarily to ensure that the road itself is safe is the responsibility of the government. Meaning, if we were to, a survey was carried out, and in underdeveloped countries and developing countries, although we only have 1/5 of the world's population in vehicles, we have 3/5 of the world's of the world's deaths as a result of collisions. So we have less vehicles, but we have more deaths. And the reason for that is because we have less road safety calming measures. For example, rumble strips, speed humps. We have less signage. For example, sign out say sharp bend up ahead, reduce on your speed now, and things of that sort. We have less of them, and they are poorly maintained when we have them as well. So, for example, road markings that would probably divide the road, properly illuminated speed hump with the correct painting on it, that will fade away, and the government does not extend the resources to make sure that those things are in place, and as a result we have more collisions on our roads. So in poor countries we have less vehicles but more collisions due to our roads not being maintained properly, and we have a poor road network.
All right. So for those of you who do not know, that is the case in St. Lucia right now. So we need to ensure that although there is a lot of maintenance that needs to be done, we need to be vigilant when we're driving to avoid all of those things. So I want to say thank you for joining me here today. It was really eye-opening, and I'm sure you guys at home are listening, because we need to stop these collisions, these unnecessary collisions, to be very honest with you. So I want to say again, thank you for joining me here today, and I will see you in one moment. Alright guys, thanks for staying with us. Now, as you all know, we love design. We love to express ourselves through different forms of unique art. Now, I met up with Alana Maxime, who told us more about her brand, Mali Designs. So let's see what more. Good morning, beautiful people. I am joined here with a beautiful person right next to me, Alana Maxime. And how are you doing this morning?
I'm good. How are you?
I am doing amazing. It's a lovely day, the breeze is blowing, and I get to learn more about amazing people like you. So tell everybody a little bit more about what you do.
Well, the name of my business is Mali Designs, and we are a design company. I should say it like that because I don't want to just limit myself. But we focus more on resin products. We started with jewelry, but now we've branched out into so many things. Phone accessories, coasters, you name it, we have it.
So why that name? It sounds so beautiful and unique. So tell me a little bit more about that.
Well, the name came about by me merging my kids' names. So we have Malik and Riley. So I took the start of Malik and the end of Riley and put it together, Mali.
That is so pretty, and seeing that you give that personal touch straight from home, I love that. So how did you get into all this beautifulness?
Well, I think it's a story about good things coming out of bad moments, bad situations. The idea to start this came from COVID. I was home and pregnant with Riley, and I did have my job, thankfully, but I wanted a second source of income. It terrified me to see so many people, out of a job and not knowing what to do. So I'm like, if I was to lose my job, I need to have something to fall back on. So my sister introduced me to resin and polymer clay, and I dabbled with it. I tried to see what I can do with it, and when the products became something that I noticed people loved, I launched my business December of last year. So it's about a year old, so it's still a baby, but it's been an amazing year, and I think I'm rambling, but I'm excited about it because we've come such a long way. When we started, we just had a few followers, not much exposure, but so much has happened in the last year. With the help of some very good people that I'd like to mention in a bit. But it's just been a learning experience, and I am so proud of how far we've come in that year.
Although it has been a year, seeing that you can do amazing things and blossom so much, it's amazing. Now, I'd like to see when people do not just sit home and just say, I cannot do this. They like to reach out and they like to find new niches, and I like to see how people can take bad things and turn it into something good. Now, were you always artistic, or did you just say, let me just tap my hands in that and see if I can do something good?
I've actually always been a creative person. I've always known that about myself. I just never knew how to make that into a business or make it, as a source of income. I have tried in the past, but I think maybe I was not focused enough to stick to something and let it get to where it needs to be a business. But again, COVID made me have no other choice but to stay and focus on this thing and, create something beautiful out of it.
I find COVID forced a lot of people to be entrepreneurs and go out and try to find something new that they could do because a lot of people were losing their jobs, as you said. So they had to find something to fall back on. So as you said, you had support. You had people in your life that helped you. Exactly. So tell us a little bit more about those people.
Firstly, my family. Like I said, my sister introduced me to resin, and I have them to thank for that because I was not aware of anything to do with resin before that. But when it comes to growing my business, the first set of people who took me to the next level were Nudge Caribbean, and they're a non-profit organization in the Caribbean for young people, and they took my products and they showcased it at Mega Massy, and that opened so many doors for me. People reached out to get more personalized things, and the business just started taking off from there. And they also helped us finance our business as well, because before that it was always out of pocket, and they had grants and stuff, and it really helped. And then to make it even better, I had help with the Jeunesse program the government has. I did the business coaching program, and it was unbelievable how much I did not know about running a business that they taught us, from building your brand, registering your business, to marketing and financing your business, knowing how to do your finances properly. And then they had this youth showcase, and it just, again, boosted my sales and my followers and all of that. So I have those two organizations to be thankful for, because without them, I am not sure I would have been so far in 1 year. It would probably take me a couple more to get to that point. Yeah.
I believe a lot of people do not know a lot before they get into it. So I like the fact that you had took the opportunity, you saw the opportunity and you took it, and you got so far in 1 year. So I cannot wait to see what second year is going to be like, the third year, the fourth year.
I am, because I do a lot of research, and I follow a lot of people around the world with the same type of business that I do and who are a lot further. They say if you want to go somewhere, you have to follow people who are already there or heading the same direction as you. So I get a lot of my inspiration from them, and also myself. I know there are a lot of other resin artists in St. Lucia, and I also learn from them because some of them have been in the business before me. But I like minimalistic things, so I might get a little crazy on some, but most of my stuff is very simple and minimalistic, and I think that's the type of market I gravitate towards more. But all in all, I'm really happy with my products. I think they still I'm a bit of a perfectionist, so a lot of the times I hand things over to my clients, and I'm always like, oh my gosh, I wonder if they will see the flaw that I feel is in there, and they'll feel like it's perfect and there's nothing else that could have been done. But then I'm always seeing stuff that can be done more. But yeah.
I mean, there's always room for improvement. I understand that as a perfectionist myself, it is hard to let go when there's something you could have changed.
Right.
So I completely understand what you're saying. But you found your niche of simplicity and minimalistic, and I love it. Honestly, to see that you're differentiating your brand from everyone else is something great to see. Because not all the time, more is more. Sometimes less is better. Right?
I feel like I also put a lot of emphasis on how I package, because I want my product to be something when you receive it, you're happy to just get the box and open it. I have all these little things in there, to make you happy, even coupon cards and so on. So I want it to be an experience for my customer. We have a loyalty card, so when you purchase, you get points and towards your next purchase and so on. So it'll always keep them coming back, but it'll also allow them to have the type of experience that I want them to have from my business.
So seeing that the festive season is just around the corner, do you have anything special for Christmas?
I do. I have Christmas boxes. They're They are, I guess, based on who you are as a person. We have one for couples. So you have a lot of matching sets in there. We have one for the single lady who likes to read and so on. So we have bookmarks and personalized journals and so on in that box. We have those for kids. And then we have one for the lady who just wants to treat herself and have, all those little pretty little customized items. And we have personalized Christmas ornaments made out of wood or acrylic and resin. You could put your photos in there, and it's just a whole bunch of stuff. And I'm pretty sure that people are going to love them, and you're going to see them soon. They're actually out already. We also just started shadow boxes. Okay. So they're these cute little boxes with paper roses in there, and you could write a message to somebody on the front. Absolutely love them. So that's been a big hit since I started last week. So yeah, that's my Christmas stuff.
I don't think you need to sell it to us anymore. I think you just need to tell us how we can find you, where we can find you, and how we can get our hands on those products.
Yes, well, you could follow me on Instagram at designsmally21, or you could call me at 728-4348. I am always near my phone and willing to serve you.
All right. I want to say thank you again for joining me.
Thank you for having me.
And guys, I will see you in one moment.
Good morning, everyone, and welcome to this morning's Soca Size session. Leading the wine, we have Sarah, Laurie, and Shani. Let's get ready to sweat with Soca Size. For this morning's workout, we will be doing a wine and tone routine to Moonlight by TJ. Let's begin.
Once let them know this.
So we're going to just move the hips side to side. We're going to go down and up, down. Nice and gentle, and up. Hip, hit, and. And you squeeze in the core. 4, 3, 2, next side, and. 4, 3, 2, hip, going up and down. Up, 2, 3, roll it. Again, hip, roll it. Give yourself some love. Down. Take it up. Side. Expensive park, some gal na no talk, touchy spa fi massage your body na no flaws. 4, 3, 2, switch, and. Our last boyfriend na all stock, cause him lazy and always love talk. 4, 3, 2, hip, up and down. Roll it. Hip. Roll it. And love. Take it up. Hip and. 4, 3, 2, next side, and. 4, 3, 2, hip, up and down, and. Roll it. Next side, hip. Roll it. Give yourself some love. Take it up. That was this morning's session. Thank you for choosing to flaunt with Soca Size. We hope that you're feeling sexy, sultry, and strong.
All right, guys, that brings us to the end of our show. Now, today is Wednesday, so I want you to enjoy it. Although it is midweek, we want to start the week with a bang and end it with a bigger bang. So, guys, go out, enjoy your day, tell somebody something nice, and I'll see you tomorrow bright and early. Bye.